Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're looking at something that, on paper, seems like just another piece of software. But it might actually be the nervous system for a modern office. We're talking about the Kramer VSM Cloud-3Y-Package-500.
Which is, yeah, it's a mouthful of a name, but it's essentially a command center for all your enterprise AV tech.
Right. So our source material is the product specs and the feature list from HDTV Supply. And the mission for us today is to figure out, is this just a glorified remote control, or does it actually solve, the biggest headache in enterprise IT?
Scale.
Scale.
It's always scale. I mean, if you manage one conference room, you walk in, you fix the cable, you're done. But 500 rooms across multiple buildings, you physically cannot do that.
Okay, well, let's just jump right to the price tag then, because that was the first thing that really hit me.
It's up there.
$28,800.
Yeah.
And that's the discounted price. From $36,000, that's a massive line item for software.
It is. But you have to look at what it buys you. That 500 in the name.
For 500 devices.
Exactly. For 500 distinct VIA devices. So you're not buying a tool for a small office. You're buying infrastructure.
So break that down for me. If I'm an IT director signing off on nearly 30 grand, what am I actually getting?
You're getting what some people call God mode for your AV setup.
God mode.
Seriously. Instead of just reacting to help tickets, hey, the screen in boardroom B is broken, you have a single dashboard. You can deploy, configure, manage everything from your desk.
The specs mention health checking. Is that just, is that a simple ping test? Green means on, red means off?
It's so much more granular than that, and that's what's so critical. It's monitoring things like storage levels on the devices, connectivity, firmware versions.
Wait, why does storage matter on a presentation device? It's not like you're storing movies on it.
No, but you're storing updates and logs. If a device fills up with error logs, it could just crash right in the middle of a huge presentation.
Oh, wow.
This platform alerts you before that happens. It shifts you from reactive maintenance to proactive.
From fixing things that broke to making sure they don't break.
Exactly.
Okay, so that covers the, keeping the lights on side of things. But looking through the feature list, there's a really heavy emphasis on usage analytics.
Right.
And that feels like it goes way beyond just maintenance.
It does. This is the data that IT departments are usually completely blind to.
Usually you only know a room is being used if someone books it on a calendar.
And that tells you nothing. Booking a room doesn't mean the tech was even turned on. This tells you actual device utilization. Are people casting wirelessly? Are they plugging in an HDMI? Or is that $1,000 screen just a black rectangle on the wall?
And if it's just a black rectangle, that leads right into the digital signage module. This seemed like such a weird pivot in the specs. Why does my IT tool need to be a billboard creator?
Because you have 500 of those black rectangles hanging on walls doing nothing for half the day. So the VSM platform lets you push content to them when they aren't in a meeting.
So you mean like HR announcements, cafeteria menus, that kind of thing?
Precisely. Emergency alerts even. You're turning a sunk cost, that idle hardware, into a company-wide communication network. You can schedule it too. Company news at 9, traffic reports at 5.
So you're not just managing screens anymore. You're managing a broadcast system.
That's it.
Let's switch to the user experience. The VIA 4.0 update is mentioned, and it talks a lot about the guest experience.
Yeah, and this is really a security play disguised as a simple UI update.
How so?
The biggest risk with BYOD Bring Your Own Device is data leakage. A guest presents, they leave, but their laptop is somehow still connected to the network or the screen.
That's a nightmare scenario.
Total nightmare. So this update enforces a secure, automatic disconnect. The session ends, the connection is severed cleanly.
Now, what about for internal staff? The automated device updating feature caught my eye. I'm guessing that avoids sending a tech around with a USB stick.
It avoids that entirely. That's the economy of scale, saving you thousands in labor. You can schedule a firmware patch to push to all 500 units at once, overnight.
That one feature alone probably pays for a good chunk of the license over 3 years.
It really could, yeah.
The source material from HDTV Supply also gives it a 4.7 out of 5-star rating. Is that something you can trust in this space?
I'd say so, yes. In enterprise hardware, that's a very strong indicator. It suggests the stability they promise is actually there.
Okay, so we've gone from a $30,000 sticker shock to seeing this as, well, potentially the backbone of office communication.
It really is the difference between buying 500 monitors and buying a single managed network.
That's the real takeaway here. It's not about the screens, it's about the control you get over them. And here's a thought to leave you with.
Uh,
If your meeting room screens can now handle emergency alerts, track user data, and push corporate messaging, at what point does the IT department become your company's internal comms department? Something to think about. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.